Ish.
Is that okay?
Ish.
We're live?
Yes, we're live.
We're live-ish by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
It's
Been a
good
long
evening, all.
day.
It's Monday night, the 3rd of May, and it's teaching night with Shana and Phil.
Yay.
And tonight we're doing some social waltzing. Has it got an official title, anyone?
Well, it's the same as social foxtrot, but it's social waltz.
It's a social
People
waltz we're
don't
going
tend to do this, but I
Mhm.
thought it'd be quite good fun to try.
It's very good on a packed dance floor.
Yeah, like if you're on a cruise, that kind of thing.
So, it's been a really wet day here in Cheshire, but we were just saying the good thing is that all the garden tubs are getting filled with water. So it's always good to have every single drain pipe around the house with a tub on it to fill it with water. You don't want to waste water in your garden. So, we're hoping you're going to dance with us this evening. So if you are, we'd like you to move all the furniture back, the tables, the chairs and the sofas, so you can't knock or if you're dancing on a wooden or a laminate floor, just make sure you can't slip. If you have one of those floors and you've got a rug, just make sure that can't slip from underneath you. And if you've got pets in there, they are secure, so neither they nor you can get injured in any way. And have a drink on the side for yourselves. It's a much cooler evening this evening. And we have had quite a bit of rain today, and it's forecast pretty much for the rest of the week, really.
It was going really well, clear.
Mm-hmm.
Just go on YouTube. I think it's your phone.
Well, I deleted an awful lot of it today. Yeah, all the videos and everything.
Yeah. What a shame. We're going to have to really because that's a whole week now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been doing it non-stop. We haven't had one clear day, have we, with it?
Right, okay. So, have we got anybody joining us this evening?
We have. We've got, here we go, on Facebook, which is Touchwood, reasonably clear so far. David and Adele. I have to say, Facebook isn't great either. Teresa and Trevor. David's on.
Yeah.
And Hayden's currently making a chocolate cake.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
yeah,
it.
it's nice. Wendy and Alan are on. Linford and Kathy signing in from Chucking It Down, Macclesfield.
Macclesfield. Well, it's chucking it down here.
You can see it.
Cheshire from here.
Yeah. Windy Kent, that's Iris. Christine Angus says, good evening, everyone. Steffi and David, it's still raining there. Not a nice day outside. No. Melvin and Marilyn Horsham just started raining. Renock and George in a windy Cork. Louise and Brendan say hi. Wet and windy Stonehaven. Andrew's on his own. Wendy should be around shortly. Windy Oldham.
Right.
That's Alan. Carole. Caroline from, I think that's Windy Norfolk. She says window. It's Windy Norfolk. Hello everyone from Carol. Jeannie and Tony are with us. Francis and Yvonne. Yeah, Windy Norfolk and Caroline. On Fuzzy Facebook, we have Clifford and Veronica, Clifford and Gilly, Ian and Liz. I think that's Gilly again. And then Brian and Bronwyn, who are raring to go, but it's very soggy up there.
Right. Well, social waltzing. Ready to start?
Yeah, I just wondered if anything. It started off okay, and then about 2 minutes in, it went fuzzy. So whatever it is starting off okay, and then it's struggling. There's nothing else.
I don't see why it should be in my phone. I don't.
Well, what we should do is swap over phones and see if it makes a difference.
All right, go on to.
Yeah.
I have to make sure we
it's
can
just awful.
tune in Facebook on my phone and swap it over sometime, maybe Wednesday. Try it and see. Right, okay. Social waltzing. So, am I to make a start, or do you want to explain a bit of it?
So,
Explain a bit.
it's just my voice.
Mm-hmm.
So what I should do, I should have the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Forget that, is it
Yeah.
on? That's what comes when you talk too much.
Well, I never.
1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. So, yes, we have the social foxtrot, and we all know that. If we're on a cruise, if we're packed, crush dancing on a floor, and we just do our little social foxtrot round, don't we? And we did some figures last month to add into that to make it a little bit more exciting. So it's the same idea, but with waltz, because there are occasions where it's a packed floor in waltz, and you can't do a big whisk and a chassé or a spin turn because it's too dangerous. And we all are very good and we sort of have floor craft, so we keep it very small. But we thought maybe add 1 or 2 figures to that. So they're based on American style because you move apart in American style. And so it's American style social waltz. I didn't know what to call it. We're calling it social waltz, but it's with American style syllabus. So all the figures tonight are from the American style, American smooth, bronze syllabus, level 1 bronze syllabus. Okay, Phil, he's not listening to me now. You having a good read, are you?
Yes.
So let's just start, and this will be very familiar for those who did the Blue Heart Waltz with us. So we're just going to do a really simple underarm turn to start. So you're going down the room, all nice and easy, and maybe you're a bit stationary, and you want to do something a bit different, you get a bit bored. So we're going to just do, it's a 1 basic, and then follower goes round, joins back together, and then off you go. Okay, so it's very similar to the Blue Heart, but it's more social and it doesn't move quite as far. So leader steps first.
Leaders,
Here we go.
we're starting facing diagonal. Can you see my feet there?
Yeah, fuzzy feet on Facebook.
Right.
It's going to really annoy me, that.
Start facing diagonal, and our footwork first of all, we're going to go forward on the left, to the side and slightly forward on the right and close. And we're going to go back on the right, to the side, on the left and close. It's a box waltz.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, breaths. We'll do one more time. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I will do it this way for you. Okay. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
As simple as that. We told you it was really simple, 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 simple. Follower steps, I'll do it in context. So you're probably backing diag wall because you're not really rotating that much in a social waltz. Normally it's like a social foxtrot, isn't it? You're just moseying down, and you're usually keeping your back to the wall or your back to the centre if you're a leader, with not too much rotation because it's packed. So we're going to join in for the first bar followers. We're going to go back, side, close with our right foot. So it's back, side, close. Then as they do the next step, side, close, rather than join in, you join in with the first step, but then you're going to walk in a circle for the next 4 steps. That's number 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do a side close for that 5, 6. Okay, so, and then you join back in with the last one. So you've got 4 bars, haven't you? You've got leaders forward and back, 4 bars, 4 lots of 3. We need 4 lots of 3. So our first one is back, side, close. The next one is 3 walks round, 1, 2, 3. Then we've got another 3 walks round, but you can close on the last step, 1, 2, 3, and then you join them for the last bar, step, side, close. Okay? So for followers, if I do it with my back to you so you can see. So you do your first bar as normal, back, side, close. We're staying in the same position relative. We're going to do 6 walks in a big circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You almost want to close on the last one. So you're ready to go in with the last bar, side, close. Okay, so if we do that together, just so you can see the follower steps. Nice and easy. No, this side, so you can see the follower. So you've got your first bar together, 2, 3. Leader is doing backside close, and we've got our first 3 walks under. 1, 2, 3. Leader is doing full close, and we've got our 3 walks round. 4, 5, 6. And then we join back together, step, side, close. And if you needed to do something after that, you could always alter the direction. But for now, we'll keep it straight. So, we've got 4 bars. We've got bar 1 is together. 2, bar we're walking under. 3, we finish it off. And then 4 back together. Okay, so it's like the blue heart, but much simpler, much more social. So I think what we'll do is a little go to music, and then we'll see how you get on, see if you like it. Let me just a bit louder. Where are you going for? Do you do it both ways?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. How was everybody with that? How did you get on? Let us know. And if they enjoyed it, we'll do a bit more.
Mm.
If they didn't enjoy it, we're going to have something to eat. So over to you guys. So how did you feel? Underarm turn. It's called a box with an underarm turn. A box with an underarm turn. Good for Stephanie. Good, let me know. It feels like autumn, doesn't it, today? Good for Jill. Luckily, Jubilee. For David and Del. That was fine. 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 If somebody says fine to me, I think, not sure they like it. All cool. All good.
Can I give them a challenge to spice it up a bit?
Oh, heck.
Yeah. For you out there, just to spice it up a bit, who invented the box waltz with an underarm turn?
I did just then.
No, I didn't.
Really.
And if you're really clever, in what year was it invented?
Phil. So that's exactly what it was, a box with an underarm turn. Everyone's okay. Alrighty?
Mm-hmm.
So, what should we do? Should we do the reverse box? The reverse box, you're going to be so easy with this if you did the blue heart with us. The reverse box is basically the beginning of that. The beginning of an Emmerdale, the beginning of a Catherine, in essence, where you're doing quarter turns to the left each time. So the reverse box is, I mean, normally you would do a forward one to start with, but the reverse box is you rotate it
keep rotating it, rotate it, keep rotating it, like so, in a box. Reverse boxes in a box. It goes round a little circle, isn't it?
Mhm.
So, but they're tiny. If it's social, tiny. So you don't have to rush it through. So tiny, tiny. Ooh, yeah, right there. Now back there. Okay, take as many as you need to get round.
One good turn deserves another.
Very good. Alrighty, so let's just try the reverse box on its own, but we're not going for gold. Not too big, nice and social. It's all about the social tonight. I was frightened to just say okay. Okay's worse. Okay's worse than fine. Okay's the bottom of the scale, just about to drop into all right.
Yeah, it's just above fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think fine might be slightly above okay. Just reverse.
Just reverse.
So also.
Okay, so I'm sure you're fine with that bit. So remember, we don't want to try and take all the technique out, but we all know what it's like when you're in a very social situation. I'm thinking on a cruise ship, something like that, where we know the floor's doing this as well. And etiquette, and you're very formal. Etiquette wouldn't be, would it, to get the arms up? It would be to blend, to socialise, to keep it very small. So this is just to make that a little bit more interesting. But it's quite nice if we do the box with the underarm turn the last bar, and then do the reverse turns. So you can put those two together now. So were you listening to me then?
No, sorry.
I could find his face. So you got your box with underarm turn, on basic, under we go, there we go. Now turn it now, like 3-point turn, I think. Round we go, round we go, round we go. So you can put the two together to link them together, just kind of reverse into the reverse turns. So don't just show your feet, Phil, because you're leaving it.
We've got our left foot close change, and we go back on the right foot. Now we've got a left foot close change, and now we're turning it into a reverse turn. 1, 2, 3. Left foot close change.
I think you're just prepping the direction. You just change the direction, so you can do your reverse boxes starting diag centre, which is a bit better. Okay, so maybe just try those two together. Let's have a little go with that.
social.
Okay, everybody, how are you with our first two little social figures? Sometimes it's harder to really dilute it down, isn't it? If you're used to dancing with full technique, which is fantastic, but there are occasions where you do need to adapt to the surroundings, aren't there? So, let's have a look at the score. Please don't say okay. Please don't say fine. No, you can't really. You say whatever you feel like. All fine with that. Okay. Really good, thanks from Linford. Thumb up for Andrew. Brian Brown, thumb up. Fine from Wendy and Andrew. 10 for Gail. All okay here, David and Adele. All good. Got it. Like that. Got it. Stephanie, David. Brilliant. Very good. All good, Renoch. Loving this, Andrea. Good for Jill. Dizzy, I know. You have to do a little bit of straight manoeuvring, but for follower, the underarm turn is obviously a right turn, and then if you do your reverse boxes afterwards, it's quite good. So it makes you unwind your dizziness for follower. Oh, Elizabeth Jones, David, we're on sausage rolls. Are sausage rolls in the oven? Yum, yum, yum. Good, 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 good. We're all good. Okay. Ready for the next one? So, should we be brave? Should we try the open break? It gets a bit American smooth now, doesn't it?
Scary, worry.
American smooth, open break into an underarm turn. Should we go for it?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh. Okay. Right, so open break. You see this in American smooth a lot, but we're going to do it very small. So an open break obviously is side, an open break in American smooth, but we're going to turn it into a underarm turn afterwards. But just a 3-step one, not the easier 6-step one we did right at the beginning. So, you're with your partner. Leader, you really want to be facing the open break on a diagonal wall. You're going to step to the side on your right because there will be a prep step before it. So leaders, you're going to step to the side on your right, followers left to the side, and move slightly away from each other. So it's kind of to the side and slightly back, because you're already starting to push away from your connected hand. So you push away slightly, and then you do a back rock, just like you were doing Latin, etc., and then come back. Because it's the rise and fall still, you're going to go up on the 2. If you did this on the floor in a very social context, obviously, there's nobody behind you. So do a side, rock back onto the toe, and come back down toe heel. Okay? And that's a 1, 2, 3. So it's a 1, 2, 3. Okay, open break. Let's move it back a bit. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, well let's go this a bit different, isn't it? Let's try it one more go. And side rock and forward. Okay. Next bit. I'm going to do an underarm turn for 3.
I'm just going to do a step side close, but I'm going to keep it smaller.
Compact.
Compact, yes. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
A very compact forward side close for leader. Okay, with no rotation, I think you stay on the same
Still
alignment.
facing diagonal.
Yeah. So let's just do leader steps clearly so you can see the leader steps.
Okay. So our first 3 is forward, to the side and slightly back, and then a back and replace. Now we're going to do a compact 3-step. 1, 2, 3. And we're doing all those 6 steps facing diagonal. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, good. Follower, you're backing diagonal, you do a side step for the 1 on your left foot, you're going to rock back onto a toe on your right foot, and then come down toe heel on your left foot. And we're going to do a 3-step open turn on the spot, but it's open, there's no closing of the feet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, back to partner. Just a little twizzle on the spot. It's very social. Okay, so followers, we're going to do our open break, moving on the left foot, left, back on the right, replace, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, little tight turn, underarm. We'll show you that with no mic. Okay, really social. So we finish with a closing our left to our right on the previous step. We're going to slightly move away, 1, and then I know it's going to be a break. If you just go to the side and then push her back, it'll be too late, it'll be too, what's the word, congested. So side and open it out. Increase the tension, a little move away, 2, 3. Arm up leader so she knows to go under, 1, 2, 3. And then you finish it off with a back close, just like everything else we've done. Turning it to end wherever you want to. Okay, here we go. Side, here we go, and side, back, and round, 2, 3. And then join up, off we go again. Okay, that's 3 bars because we at the minute haven't put a prep on the beginning. So we just dance that to music, Phil. Just that bit. Keep turning it round now. Here we go.
everybody with the open break into underarm turn. That's what it's called in the American syllabus. So we have a open break into underarm turn.
So let me know how the scores on the doors, if you have a score on the door. Or you can give me a thumb, or you can just say, okay, or fine. Good for Carol. Ocho and Maturon, she really likes that move. Lovely and social. Good and fine for Clifford and Veronica. Good for Jill. That might have been to the previous one, actually, thinking about it. Good for Jill, there she is again. David and Adele, lovely. Good. Fab, a really useful move. Okay for Neil. Okay for Brian and Bronwyn. Lovely move from Julian. Yeah, I like it. It's nice to add a bit of flavour, isn't it, to the waltz? I think it is. How do you join the open break? Very, very good question. Really useful. You know, it's really nice if it's social. A really social situation. And it doesn't matter if... You okay?
Yeah, looks like a huge break.
Did you? Wasn't me doing this? No? It's thunder.
Didn't sound like something.
Dancing okay? The pen is leaking. Oh no. Okay, so we can put our little variations together, but obviously you can do it in any order you like. That's the idea with this. But if we want to just put them together ourselves,
With the open break, we know we're moving kind of against the line of dance normally. Leader's normally facing the wall, isn't he? So side. So if you've just done a box, for example, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do your 1, 2, 3 of it, and you can do a side then. Okay, so it'll be your 4, 5, 6. You can go straight in if you want to. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna go straight in.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, and break. Personally, I would find that a bit full on if I was going to go straight into that. If somebody led me in that, I'm thinking, blimey, you know.
And she wasn't ready for it.
No, well, you're not ready for
she
it,
likes
are
to
you?
nod and let you know when she's ready.
Well, normally when you dance, even if with your regular partner, you wouldn't go full on straight away. You'd build it. You'd get used to the music. You'd get used to dancing together, particularly if it's somebody you don't normally dance with. And you would put these more flamboyant figures in a bit later on. So I would say do at least one box. Do at least one box.
Yeah, all right then.
You won't, you'll do something different. Do one box. Then you could do it now, couldn't you? Personally, I would do it a bit further down though. So, what have we got? We've got our underarm turn. Little box, 6-step turn. Turn it so you're facing diagonal centre, go round 1, 2, 3. You can put it in here. Break, underarm. Okay, and for now that's 3 figures put together, no padding in between, and we haven't gone anywhere. We've stayed in the same space. Great for a social dance floor. Should we just show that again?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got our 1 box, our 6-step turn, a couple of reverse, well 3 reverses going round, into the open break, underarm turn, join back together. And we could perhaps turn it in here and do it the other way around. So what we'll do is we'll do it to music. How you get on with that? A lead in a minute.
When you say so. This time.
Ah, how did you all get on? Oh yes, the breakaway step.
Okay, so it is quite difficult to read whether it's a breakaway or an underarm turn. So as we're doing the first section, so the 1, 2, 3, leader, make sure on this point for the underarm turn, you raise the hand nice and early and you're rotating your, as you step back, rotate your under 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's quite easy to, if the arm goes up, to think, is that a breakaway? We're doing something different now. So make sure it's nice and clear, leaders. Do you want to explain a little bit how you feel as a leader?
When I do my first left foot close change, as I'm about to draw my foot back now, just before my arm is going up, my left arm, so my partner knows there's the early lead. So it's a movement
Quite
round.
big.
And I'm actually drawing a halo above her head.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's that movement.
Yeah.
And she's actually doing 3 steps on that one, but
Yeah.
the first one she does with the 6 steps, it's important to take the hand out
And quite slowly.
slowly.
So it's an early lead, but it's quite a slow rotation
It's not
round.
that, it's
It's an
there.
invitation to her to do the 6 steps slowly round. The breakaway, the break step, is you've come from a close, haven't you? So you're in closed position. As you take your side step, leaders, I would increase the tension, the tone in your left hand, the left to right hand on this side. You will be letting go as you step to the side, but take it to the side and slightly back or diagonally back. So you're already having a little bit of push against each other before you do your back step. So if you just did a side step with no tension, there's no space to do it. It's very closed in and it'd be a bit strange and you wouldn't get very far and you won't be able to get your hands up afterwards. So let's just move it out for a moment. So as you've done, I'll come in the middle. So as you've done your enclosed position, it's a social one. We're not out here anyway. You're going to do a small side step, but take it back away from each other on the diagonal. So I'm going back, not to the side. Do you want to just show that, Phil? You're going backwards on diagonal, not side. Do the side. Not side, diagonal. Okay, so that's the count of 1. 1. And you're giving each other a little bit of pressure on this connected hand. There is a feeling of 1 moving away. Push on that hand. You go straight back now onto a 2. This is if we're doing it quite properly, isn't it? And then toe heel 3 to come back down. Arm shoots up, quicker rotation last time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not a stroll round the park on this one, just up on the spot. 3-step turn, that one. But to lead into that break, I find the heel of the hand, so you get a really strong connection. You're both pushing to each other, and also the diagonal first step. So it starts to break away 1, 2, 3. And you use each other on the 1. 1, 2, 3. And you're pushing on the 1. Push, Phil. 1, 2, 3. If there are lots of people around you, tiny, mini one. 1, 2, 3. Say it little. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's have a go. Another practice. We've given you a little routine of sorts, but obviously it's anything you want to do. So have a go. If you've got it in as a routine, now try and mix it up a bit. I'll do it, Phil. I'll try and follow.
You're going to try and follow me.
Yeah.
She followed.
Yes. Hey. Okay.
Oh dear. That
So,
was a shock.
Let us know, everybody, how it's going. Does it make sense? Is it okay? Do you enjoy it? Do you need any more help with any part of it? There is one other figure we might just have a quick look at. If everybody wants one.
Mm. Right. Okay. Let us know how you're getting on with all of that, and if it went fairly smoothly for you.
How's the pen, Ian? Have you managed to change your pen? You know, it's all going in.
And you can see how you can introduce that into quite a small space.
Oh,
really.
absolutely. We should have done this last year.
Yeah. Just come to have a little drink.
Yeah, it really, Battle of the Leaders, me too, Enoch. Not too bad.
Battle of the
Okay,
leaders.
yeah.
One leader.
Yep, absolutely right. Good. All fine now with a new pen. Excellent. Good. Everyone's okay. So small, smoochy. That's the idea. So, do you want to introduce your favourite figure?
Oh, can do.
They're called, what are they called in American Smooth? They're called promenade. Promenade somethings. I think I wrote it down. Passing promenades. Well, we know them better as
Schmetterlings or
Yeah.
butterflies.
butterflies.
Mhm.
We did this in the Viennese,
Yeah.
but they are a figure in American Smooth as well. This side?
Mhm.
Can you see on here?
Okay, we're actually emulating the wings of a butterfly, really. So leader, we're setting off on our left foot. Follower, you're setting off on your right foot. So we step forward. We then come through onto our inside foot, which would be leader's right, follower's left. We close left to right or right to left. Then we step forward on our inside foot, step to the side on the outside foot,
And then you can go back
and then
together.
you can come back together again.
That's just one.
So it'd be it'd be a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3,
Up we go again.
2, 3, 4, 2.
Or you can.
You can do one up, yes. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3.
Keep going. Okay.
Should I blow the mind?
I think you'll be okay with
she's
that.
going to follow this.
Excuse me.
Yeah. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3.
Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
You didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
Mm.
If you hadn't got it planned down,
Let's just do that. They're forward schmetterlings.
Mhm.
You can move it like
Yeah.
Viennese. Take the other hand and go back,
Backward schmetterling.
just like the Viennese, which gives you a nicer connection back to partner as well. So let's try the forward ones first. Forward ones first. No rushing now. Easy peasy. Follow. Feels your pain. Okay. Oops. Good. Now, we can also do them the other side. So, if you've done your reverse turns, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can keep them, it's going to go that way now. We can do them, to get my head around this, that's line of dance still, that way. Dun, dun, bam, 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 bam. And then you were going to go backwards. We went forward last time.
Yeah, because it depends which way you're going,
In the
which
room.
foot you land on.
Yeah.
Okay?
But whether you go forwards or backwards. It
If you go
depends.
back, yes, if you
It
go
depends
backwards
how
now,
many are in the room with you as
yeah,
well.
if you go backwards now, okay, so if you go backwards now, if you go forwards, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, okay, 3, 2, 3. I'm ready to go off on my left foot. If you go backwards, yes, but it's much easier
Anyway,
because your weight is going
We'll
that
do it
way.
that way round. So if you're coming off a backward movement, backside close, foot as leader, and we're still close to the wall, you can step through with follower in the centre, which is quite unusual, isn't it? Now, because we're going that way around the room, I would expect Lisa to come forward at me. To keep going round the room. Does that make sense? So that's on that side. Should we just do that again? We'll do it this way round. Okay. So say this is our line of dance around the room. So if you backed into it now, you could do it this way down the room. So follow us in the centre, which does feel different. But then leader would come forward at the end to take her around the room. Anything else you want to say about that?
It's very awkward for the leader to going up on his left foot going forwards.
At the end?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
But
That way.
it's social.
I asked the question before who invented this lot.
Oh yeah,
and-
no one
and-
said anything.
No, and it was Johann Strauss the first in 1815. And the box waltz, when you come out of a box waltz normally, you always go backwards out of a box waltz. And the underarm turn, okay, this you will surprise you. The underarm turn was invented by Johann Strauss the first. And what it was is that you turn the lady anti-clockwise on a left foot close change, and on a reverse turn you turned her clockwise, and on a reverse turn you turned her anti-clockwise.
Maybe we'll have to come back to Viennese.
Yes.
So let's just recap the entry and exit into those two. We call them Schmetterlings,
Schmetterlings,
but
yes.
in American they're called passing promenades.
Mhm.
So with the leader on the inside, the centre, and the follower on the outside for the first one, you just basically need to be in a position wall facing as if you're going to go down the line of dance. So you might just do one box again, one box, and then into it. Way on the second box.
Now, that anybody here just hit the nail on the head. Leaders, to let your partner know you go into it, you've got to move away and set her up. Okay?
So your first box is normal.
Mm-hmm.
On this one now, just arm stretch away so you get your handhold. If you've got enough room, socially you might not have enough
Mhm.
room, so you just do it teeny tiny, but there's a little bit of pressure on this hand moving me backwards. 2, 3, I arm slide, find the hand. If it's really squashed up, little tiny ones, you can do 1 or 2. If you do 2, obviously you've got the palm to palm. You could just do 1 if there's a lot of people in the way. And just put your arm back in hold, off you go again. Okay? And that's that way round. If you're going to go the other way round, you've got to do a reverse turn first. So if we're in the same position, well, I've got to have room and legs. So let's do the one box. 1, reverse turn. There we go. That's I would expect him to come forwards normally because we need to keep moving down line of dance. Other foot it will be. Particularly that foot.
Right.
Okay, so hopefully that's enough. Let's have a little go. Schmetterlings. And then we'll put the whole thing together. It's really, really similar to Viennese. It's like a slow Viennese, isn't it?
Cheers, really. Well, you first.
You'll never do as he's told.
Why should I when I'm leading?
Right. How are we, everybody? We're going to finish off with one big practice through everything. Okay.
Followers, you've got to follow.
Leaders, you got to lead. So, have a quick run through, Phil, while I just check everybody is okay.
So we've got
We've
our
got 4 figures, haven't we?
we've got our basic left foot close change, then our underarm turn. Okay. Now we're going to do reverse, do a box waltz. Now as we close, we can do that breakaway. Turn your partner just to 3 steps, bring it, and we can do our box waltz round. Okay. Now as we come back, we can open out, and we've got our schmetterlings. Move forwards, we can go backwards.
Well, Facebook, nobody said anything unless my. No, I don't think so. There's Brian and Bronwyn still doing it.
All right, okay.
No, nobody else is that. I have no comments. Clifton Veronica, still okay, nice dance. Great evening, useful skills, fantastic, Linda and Kathy. Our coordination was a bit off then. It's very slow to do a Schmetterling,
It is.
isn't it?
Mhm.
But it is one of the figures. So in terms of there, that's what I'm like. In terms
So
of
there, what do you call it? Terminology. It's a box with underarm turn. This is the American syllabus.
Yes.
Box with underarm turn, that's the 6-step turn we started with. You have what they call a reverse box, is where you do the quarter turns or however many degrees in it, rotating round to the left, which is quite useful to get your brain out of the constantly rotating to the right, which you normally do. Then we've got the open break into underarm turn, and then what they call the passing promenades, which we call Schmetterlings. There are 4 there, aren't there? Box with underarm turn, the 6-step turn, the reverse box, the open break to underarm turn, and the passing promenades. So, shall we all have a little go? Note, dancers' emojis are Schmetterling. Schmeckerling. Aren't they? They are, aren't they?
Sorry?
The little emojis, you know, the dancing emoji. I would think it's John Travolta. Phil has no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, absolutely, Julian. Very useful on a cruise ship when the floor is small and very often it's packed full of people. Half who
And the
don't.
ship's tipping.
Yeah, and half the people don't dance normally. They
Makes
just get up and have a
Schmetterling
go.
so much easier to go downhill.
So it's great to try and add it into your social waltz. Remember, social waltz, to just give it a bit
And
more
you can
variety.
do all these to Viennese music.
Yes, you can, yeah. So let's have a little go.
Mhm.
I'm going to follow, as long as you promise to lead nicely, and we'll try and get everything in. Okay, so have a go at home. Let's see how we get on.
Yay! Good.
She followed.
I was on the cruise ship in my head then.
How are you?
Oh,
Yeah, well, there's enough water outside.
Just had a nice meal. Bit of rocking and rolling on the waves, not the dancing. Band's playing, sparkly dress on, had a cocktail. Okay, let's
Right.
see.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, let us know how you got on with that.
Stephanie, in one word, good. I'm just waiting, Phil, to see if
Okay.
anything comes in. So start saying your final thoughts.
My final thoughts. Well, all those moves are pretty basic waltz moves, and you can fit them in anywhere. You can fit them into a, what we class as an English slow waltz. You can fit them into a Viennese waltz, which is where they originated from. All those moves we've done tonight is what Johann Strauss invented back in 1815 for a ball in Vienna, and he was asked to. So yes, and those moves that we've just done tonight was the first time that ladies and gents ever came into hold.
Schools on the Doors are enjoyable,
Mm-hmm.
useful,
Mm-hmm.
and sedate.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it was meant to.
Excellent.
Mhm.
That's exactly what we hoped it would be.
Yes,
It's not about, sort of,
flamboyant.
yeah, it's the opposite of that.
Mm.
And when we get back on the floor, there is a floor that needs to be sort of diluted down, etc.
Mhm.
It's not a place to have arms up. It's a place for relaxation, enjoyment, socialising, and this is ideal. This is great.
Mhm.
So we'll have to, those who are coming to Dawlish, we'll have to make sure we put one of these on, won't we?
Yes, we will.
At the end, on a smoochy end, right at the end of the night.
All right.
Shall we do that?
We could do. Yes, I'm sure we'll be worn out by then.
Yeah, because we're all going to be shattered, aren't we, basically?
Mm. Yes.
Dancing again on a proper floor.
Mhm. So, what are we doing Wednesday?
Wednesday is the first back to the floor.
Right.
So we're going to take, and I'm going to use this from knowledge on the circuit, but also with our YouTube channel, the kind of the top 20, make sure we cover all of the ones that come in the top 20 in terms of views. Might choose a few extras if we think they need to be as well, but spread them out over the 5 weeks. So we're not going to do the top 5 on the first one. We'll choose different rhythms and we'll spread them over the 5 weeks. So we do 1 or 2 that you'll do like that, easy. So we'll just make sure they're okay, maybe a few tips on them, but then we're going to go through as many as we can. The option is there for Zoom. I wasn't going to do it on Zoom, but I'm just thinking, if you say to me, we're stuck there, and we can have a quick look while everybody else is dancing, we can have a quick look, see how you're stuck, and then help you out. So it might be useful. So we might do Zoom. And then we can sort of get a quick idea of how it's going as well. So back to the floor starts Wednesday.
And we should be back on Friday with swing night.
Number 4.
4. Yes, swing number 4.
And we should be doing a dance night as well this week.
Yes, fingers crossed with the weather.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, till we see you again, hopefully Wednesday, do take care, stay well, stay healthy.
Be good, be kind.
There she goes, got it, yes. And from us to you, good night everybody, and
Good
take
night.
care. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I hate to say it, but YouTube ended up okay.
And it cleared up when the weather cleared.
No, it's not the
It did. 2-3 minutes after all that rain stopped.